to everyone in Alba Orbital for inviting us to this presentation. Yeah, we've been working, I would say it's almost 1 year that we've been working with them in order to develop the AlbaPod. And it's been a really cool experience. Yeah, a lot of things that we have learned from both of our companies and from this product. You can see this really cool picture about the AlbaPod when it was on the testing phase. Well, let me present my company. Company is CRP. It's a group of company actually made of 4 different companies, which they do kind of complementary things, except for Energica that you will see at the last. CRP Mechanica is a company specialized in CNC machining, precision CNC machining, doing really good job on aluminum and titanium parts. More than 50 years in experience on this field. Then we have CRP Technology, which is 25 years experience on 3D printing, especially on SLS technology, and with their own materials, which are Windform. CRP USA, which is a sister company of CRP Technology, but based in the US to serve the North American market. And finally, it's a spin-off from the company, from our background on motorsports and motorcycles. We launched almost 10 years ago Energica, which is now a full manufacturer of electrical motorcycles. We are based in an area in Italy which is more known for motorsports than for aerospace or satellites. You've probably been to Modena, you've been to Ferrari or Lamborghini or Maserati or Pagani or any other of those companies which we work with for years, and that they have helped us to develop our expertise. Also, our sister company, CRP USA, is based on Mooresville, North Carolina, near to all NASCAR manufacturers. The industries that we work mainly, it's motorsports, but as some might say, a Formula One car is just a plane upside down. So that's our link with aerospace, especially with planes, and then with satellites and everything that flies. So it's a very near expertise that we have developed in motorsport that we can apply also in aerospace. Our background, we started in 1970s with high precision CNC machining for the motorsports industry. And in the mid 90s, we bought the first SLS machine in Italy in the same time as Fiat Centro Ricerche. And we started developing not only 3D printing parts, but also start working on how to improve the materials that were actually in the market at that time, and start developing our own range of materials. It was only in 2005 when we developed this line of materials, this family of materials, which is called Windform, especially Windform XT, which is a carbon fiber reinforced polyamide, which is really, really good material for structural applications. In Windform 2015, we update our Windform material with higher strength and higher rigidity in order to improve the applications that we were already working with. It considered that XT was the first carbon film material for SLS technology ever developed. Just to give you a short story about the name, Windform is, we started working on wind tunnel structures, developing wind tunnel mock-ups like the one you see in the picture. And that's where the name of the material came from, Windform, the form of the wind. And and we started doing a rapid prototyping for the wind tunnel. Now with the improvement of 3D printing and the materials, now we don't say anymore that we're doing rapid prototyping, but we are doing additive manufacturing, which is a whole new technology to do functional parts and not just parts that can be kind of what you expect from traditional technologies, but are fully functional parts. Our facility in our production facility in Italy is based on 10 sinter stations which we develop 3D printed parts for all our clients. We have 3 large frame machines with a printing frame which is around 500 millimeters per side to form a cube. This is the maximum dimensions we can print monolithical parts. We can also print bigger parts, but doing structural bonding over these. We have 6 small medium frame machines and 1 small frame machine which we use to develop our materials. In the USA, we have 5 other sinter stations, which are 4 small medium frame machines and 1 large frame machine. As I told you before, we have developed our own materials for SLS technology. I'm going to give you just a brief presentation about these materials. You can find everything else I'm not telling you on windform.com, which is our website. You can download all the data sheets, some testings we have done, some certifications from NASA and ESA for the outgassing as well. Well, just to tell you, this is our top-line materials. Windform 𝗖cie is our most rigid material. Just to give you some ideas, it's a very low density material. The HDT heat deflection temperature is around 173 degrees. The tensile strength on the x-axis of this material is around 84 megapascal, and it has a low elongation of almost 4%. On the other side, we have Windform SP. Sorry, down we have Windform SP. It's kind of the same as Windform 𝗖cie. It's the polyamide that changes and gives a bit more of elasticity. So you can see the elongation to break increases. And this elasticity also gives more isotropy to the material, which is something that 3D printed parts have issues with. Also, the temperature this material receives without, let's say, losing the mechanical performance of the material, it's a bit higher. It's around 186 degrees. On the right side, you have our top-line glass-filled materials, which are Windform GT, which, different to the carbon fiber materials, the mechanical properties are reduced, but you have some advantages like the non-conductiveness of glass materials, and these materials also perform very well on the mechanical side. So you can see the tensile strength is for the GT is 56 megapascal on the x-axis, and 60 megapascal for Windform LX on the x-axis. Also, the finishing of these materials, as you can see in the pictures I will be presenting further on, the material is very, very smooth thanks to a manual finishing we have developed on our own, and this gives a very aesthetic finishing. We have also developed a line of flame retardant materials, which are Windform FR1, which is a carbon filled material, and Windform FR2, which is a glass filled material. I'm going a bit fast over this part because you can find all this information as well on our Windform website. Why using Windform? Well, because it's the first carbon fiber filled SLS material ever. It's the best tensile strength material per unit in the market. It has high resistance to temperatures. On a very important thing is that we have developed lots of certifications. As I was saying before, we have NASA and ESA approval for outgassing, and we have done several launches with different satellites and satellite components on manufactured with our materials. Well, this is what we have developed with the Alba Orbital, the AlbaPod. This is the case and the injection door, which was a very tricky component we have printed with a very thick surface in order to reduce drastically the weight of the part. Also, as you can see, we have developed a version for a space qualified pocket cube deployer. It was done using our laser sintering technology and our Windform 𝗖ście II material. You can see some pictures of the mounting of the AlbaPod from Alba Orbital guys. You can find the full case study also in our website. This is another case study on a pure pocket cube, which was completely developed using our laser sintering technology and Windform 𝗖ście 2.0. It was a pocket cube that contained electronics of a camera and a radio system on it. It was developed by our partner company, CRP USA, for an American client. At the end, we printed 4 of these pocket cube, which were launched into space, and it was very versatile design. This is also a CubeSat form factor. It was developed for the 𝗖cie project on Créteil University on Paris. It was a very complex structure in order to reduce the weight and to perform, as well as aluminum structure that they had developed on the first prototype. These are some case studies developed from previous projects. This is the 2-pot, which was also a pod for different satellites, different CubeSats. It served as a single structure and also for a support structure for all the electronics and for all the devices attached to the structure. It was launched from the International Space Station directly. Instead, this is the 𝗖cie II. It was the first CubeSat we developed. It was developed with the University of Kentucky and Moorhead State University. It was used to launch some optics to take pictures of the Earth. This is another project we developed. It was AMS. It was a study to see if it can be a propulsion system could be developed on using additive manufacturing technologies. The good thing about this project was that it helped reduce drastically the weight of the theoretical application, because it was done on a single printed part, instead of having different components using aluminum, titanium, or other metal components that increase the weight of the part. In this case, the the part was 3D printed. It contained the fuel in the inside. There were several bombs attached to it, and the propulsion lasts 16 seconds, which was the target to be obtained about this project. Finally, just to give you some other applications, this is a project we did with Leonardo. It was the gallery model mock-up for testing all the wind tunnel applications of the AW609 model. It's a tilt rotor airplane. And some other applications that you can see, this is a Tundra Hexadrone. It's a UAV. It's used for filming and for security purposes. It was done with a mix of different materials using Windform XT for the arms and Windform SP for the body of the part. And this way, the mixing the rigidity of the arms with the Windform XT 2.0 with the elasticity of the Windform SP granted the possibility of landing and taking off and suffering from different G-forces, in this case related to the drone movement. Well, this is all. Thanks you for your kind attention. Hope you find this presentation interesting. If you need more information, you can contact me. These are my contacts. Or you can go into our website, www.windform.com or crptechnology.com.